Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Apple report for Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. Before I jump into the charts, just click like if you would. That helps us out a great deal in being found on YouTube. And subscribe. Subscribing also helps you in that you'll be notified each and every time we upload the daily Apple report for your viewing. And share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. Let's take a look at the big picture and work our way in. Just a reminder that about a month ago, we tested what was targeted long-term support in the low 120s. I think we can show it on the daily chart. No, that's not it. Let's see here. There we are. We tested these channel structures a month and a half or so ago and have come off of it nicely. And then following that test, I was mentioning how the 140s would be expected within a month or two. We're about 4 weeks into it, and here we are, and possibly into the 170s as we move into later year. But it's really not so fast with respect to 173.52 unless we close above 146.56. Now, this is a long-term descending one-third speed line, and having settled above 141.39 on Tuesday, we can expect 146.56, possibly today. It wouldn't surprise me. This formation can also contain buying through February, so we are in the zone. Now, by one measure, closing above this long-term speed line at 141.39 is itself a long-term buy signal that as we look back on this event a month or two from now may well have foretold a subsequent settlement above 146.56. But, you know, in terms of expecting 173.52 within 2 to 3 months, that would come with a settlement today above 146.56. Until then, we can get caught up in this area for a week and then fall off perhaps. So that is a real possibility. If we close back below 141.39, that failure to follow through on strength that would be anticipated following the settlement above, in other words, that was a long way for me to say that a failure to follow through on a buy signal by closing back below 141.39 is considered a failed buy signal. In essence, a valid sign of weakness as we continue not only into later week, but even into later February. So, but for right now, 141.39 able to contain, we'll just call it daily selling pressures, and above which 146.56 is considered likely by Friday's close, possibly today. Now, the minor points at 143.70 and 145.57 are both carefully chosen for aggressive day traders. But know that 146.56 is in reach today, and we can top out there not only for the week, but even through February, and from there rotate south, possibly back into the low 120s again over the next month or two. But it would be a settlement above 146.56 that would tell me that, yeah, this 173.52 formation in reach over the next 2 to 3 months, where we could place an annual high. I'll mention that if we close today above 146.56, and I think that's a long shot, but if so, 155.75 becomes our next 1 to 2 week target, probably by the end of next week, and so forth and so on our way up to 173.52. I have 155.75 weighted as only a 3-star resistance, able to contain weekly buying pressures on the way up to 173.52. But once again, last thing I'll say about this chart, not expecting 173.52 unless we close above 146.56. Hi, if you enjoy watching our daily Apple report, you'll love our daily Triple Q and SPY reports. They're presented in the same 5 to 10 minute video format. Our daily SPY and Triple Q analysis provides directional market signals that are correlated with highly specific price support and resistance levels. Whether your trading time horizon is short or longer term, we promise you a distinctive edge in your trading of the SPY and Triple Q. We offer a 5-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So go to wickedstocks.com right now and start receiving your daily SPY and daily Triple Q reports today. Let's talk downside today, 141.39. If we break or open below it, we could test 137.52 intraday, which can contain session weakness, but I'm going to keep it as a session containment level only because closing back below 141.39 would be considered a sign of weakness, not only through the rest of the week, but perhaps into later February. Under that scenario of closing back below 141.39, I do think that this 131.54 level would be in reach by the end of next week, I would say, within a week or two. And yes, 137.52 can contain session weakness on the way down, but know that closing below that 141.39 long-term speed line would be considered buy signal failure. And with that, I would expect 131.54 by the end of next week, where we can place a weekly low. And from there, perhaps round back up into the 140s again within a week or two of doing so. And finally, it would be a settlement below 131.54 that would tell me that we are likely to continue all the way back into the low 120s again, where we encounter meaningful long-term support. Depends on whether you're looking at the daily chart or the weekly chart. Either way, it's the low 120s, able to absorb selling into later year, and above which the 170s in reach over the next, I'm going to say 5 to 8 months. And if we close above 146.56 soon, over the next 2 to 3 months. Trying to think if there's anything else to say. All the minor points have been carefully chosen. If we break 141.39, we could test 137.52 intraday. And if we close back below 141.39, expecting 134.54 by the end of next week. And so, you could play right now. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, you're either out of the market or you're long up to 146.56. If we close below 141.39, then it's playing the short side down to 131.54, where once again we can bottom out through next week. I think that pretty much rounds it out for Wednesday's Daily Apple Report. I'll be back tomorrow with Thursdays, and you have a great evening.